A good evening to you from Joplin, Missouri and Ozark Christian College. Today it's the 2020 ACCA Men's Basketball Championship game. It's the 6th seed and host Ozark Christian Ambassadors at 15 and 16, and the 4 seed Los Angeles College of Divinity Bears at 29 and 1. For the first time since 2014, we will have a first ever national champion here in the ACCA, as one of these teams looking to win it for the first time ever. Let's meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. First for Chris Lamb and Ozark Christian at 15 and 16, winning in the opening round against Rama and then in the semis against Arlington. Today, starting number 10, Tyler Allerin, number 23, Brett Campbell, number 25, Nicholas Sarin, number 40 is Parker Sutton, and number 41, Miles Dressler. Starting today now for Michael Miller and ULA, winning over Baptist in the opening round and taking down Champion, the top seed in the semifinals. Starting today, number 1, KV Myrick's, number 4, Dupree Mitchell, number 10, Kelton Conway, number 21, Troy Bigelow, and number 23 is Jerron Wilbutt. So as I mentioned, Ozark winning in the opening round over Rama. It has been defense that has got them in the championship game for the first time ever. They took down Arlington in the semis yesterday, 73-56. They held the Patriots to 28% shooting. Parker Sutton had 17 and 7, Sarin with 15, and Clark with 10. For the Bears of ULA, winning by 14 over Baptist in the first round, and then yesterday in the semifinals, they took down Champion 84-76. In that game, Troy Bigelow was monstrous. He had 30 and 15 on 12 of 27 shooting. KV Myrick's played well as well. He had 18 points, and Conway had 15. Although ULA, they were minus 13 on the glass in that game against Champion, but they forced 22 Tiger turnovers. So two teams playing very good defense, and this is the time of the year to do that. Get ready to go here as we crown college basketball's first national champion here in the ACCA. So it will be Bigelow and Dressler. It's the first ever meeting in this tournament for these two schools, by the way. Ozark is the longtime host in the ACCA. And for ULA, this is their 3rd season and first trip to the championship. So expect maybe some opening nerves, but we are underway with ULA controlling the opening tip. Myrick's into the forecourt. Myrick's drives right of the lane. The block, it's Bigelow. Turnaround shot on that left block is no good. Nice defense again, Miles Dressler. Alderud likes to push when he's able to. Double team now, looking for some help, and we've got a foul called. It'll be on Myrick's. Campbell will inbound it. Alderud now on the wing. Tyler, 7.4 points per ball game. He's picked up his production here in this tournament. Sarin has as well. Entry pass deflected. Good defense. Dupree Mitchell, 3-on-1. Pass off to Wilbutt, and ULA scores first. 2-zip. Full coverage of the post-game ceremonies, and the cutting down of the net will be after we're done with this one, as Campbell draws another foul on ULA. Wilbutt called for his first, team's second. Sarin will inbound now for Ozark. Sarin turnaround shot. Over 2 defenders, no good. Myrick's on the run out now. Ozark getting back on defense. Here's Wilbutt, guarded by Campbell. The fadeaway, an air ball, but Bigelow there with the reverse and score. So good start for the Bears. They lead at 4-zip. Dressler into the forecourt. Same spot. It's Sarin. Sarin swings it out. Campbell thought about the deep one. Instead, to the bucket. Flips it up too strong off the glass. Rebound controlled. That was Conway, I believe. Fading away, but getting rid of it in time. Bigelow with the fake, the attack, so athletic as he goes right to the hoop and scores. 30 points yesterday for Bigelow. It was Wilbutt who had the big game in the opening round against Baptist. Bigelow, though, third in scoring. Sarin gets Ozark. Correction, Allerud gets Ozark on the board, 6-2. 2 of 4 for ULA. Ozark now 1 of 3. Dupree Mitchell, the fadeaway, got it to go. Mitchell, 10 points per ball game during the season. Unselfish player, just under 4 assists per game as well. Allerud into the forecourt. Give and go. Allerud and Sutton, that was poked away. So the Bears playing strong defense at the start. Got to get it in. That's 5 seconds. So a turnover. So the nerves right now affecting Ozark more so than ULA, who's 4 of 6 from the field. Bigelow's got 4 points here in the early going. Mitchell takes it to the right side. Bigelow right around the defense. And a tough start for Ozark. ULA 10-2. Talked to Chris Lamb about his team. Said it's been a struggle all year. Their worst performance in their conference tournament after winning it back-to-back years. Changed up the offense a little bit heading into this tournament, and it paid dividends. Allerud with 4. Campbell's got a hoist, and terrific defense for ULA, but they don't get the rebound. Dressler, though, throws it away. Right now, Ozark trying to force everything on the offensive end. And Mitchell will slow it up for the Bears. Here's Wilbutt. Foul on the floor called on Ozark. It's their first foul of the evening. 2 fouls on ULA, 1 on OCC at the 16:33 mark. It's 10-2. Bears, quick start. First appearance in the championship game for both teams. Myrick's can't get the roll. Rebound to Ozark. Sarin pushes it into the forecourt. Dressler. Sutton the hook. Got it to bounce up and in. Mitchell running the point into the forecourt, directs Conway to his right. Mitchell looking to go one-on-one. Now the reverse by Conway. Got blocked by the rim, but stays with it. Extra possession. Now Bigelow for 3. Got to get out on him. And we're going to get a timeout called. 15:50 left to go. 13-4. Good start for ULA. We will step aside. ULA is 6 of 10, and Bigelow, who had 30 yesterday, already with 9 on 4 of 5 shooting, so good start for the Bears. Ozark got to get something cooking on the offensive end. Allerud into the forecourt, and ULA is just disrupting every passing lane right now. Wilbutt attacks. Wilbutt can't get the bucket, but he's fouled. So both teams with 2 fouls here in the early stages. Jerron Wilbutt at the line. 1 out of 2 today. 2 points, 83% shooter during the season. This is the first one. He's been off in the tournament. Good free throw shooter overall, though. So ULA leading by 10. Ozark 15 and 16. Attacking Allered goes to the hoop and scores. Tyler with 4 of the 6. Ozark 3 of 6, and ULA 6 of 10. Ozark with 4 turnovers already in the first 5 minutes. Catch and shoot Conway for 3, and they're leaving the shooters wide open for ULA. This is a completely different defense for Ozark than what we saw in the first 2 games when they were locked in. Allered, Dressler attacks, scores, and the foul. So Miles Dressler will go to the line, try to complete an old school 3-point play. He's 74% free throw shooter. Top blocker in the ACCA, 46 blocks this season for Dressler. Third team foul on ULA. Dressler, the old school 3-point opportunity is good. Lead is 8. ULA from Los Angeles, Compton, California. Throw away there. Sutton the steal. Allered, the runner. Yes. He's gotten that runner to go quite a bit all week long. Tyler Allered, the sophomore guard, running the ship for Ozark here in this tournament. Bigelow with the fake, attacks. Can't get it to go. Good defense there by Sutton. Allered, bounce pass goes to Sarin for 3. Yes. 17-14. Ozark on a mini burst. 7-0 run. Making an 8-0 run. That shot is off. So 8-zip the run. Allered rejected by Myricks. Myricks taking on all comers and drawing a foul. He did a somersault up quickly.
Ambassador foul number 10, Tyler Allered, his first team serve. At the line for the Bears, number 1, KV Myricks.
KV Myricks on the season, 59% at the free throw line. Both teams with 3 team fouls. It was the first on Allered. So 1 out of 2. Ends an 8-0 run for Ozark. Allered almost had his pocket picked, able to stay with it though. Campbell. Underneath, it's Sutton blocked. What a defensive play by Conway. Kelton Conway just 5'11". 3 is up, 3 is good. That's Bigelow pushing the lead back out to 7. Bigelow, 12 of the 21. He's 5 of 7 from the field. Foul's going to be called here, a reach. The senior Deion Clark is going to come in for Ozark, also David Stinson and Caleb Brown. Ozark definitely has the size advantage. Bigelow and Wilbuck play big, but they're at 6'3". Dressler's the tallest at 6'6". Allered in the corner, 2 point guards for Ozark right now. Stinson in the corner. The 3 is good by Dressler. 21-17. Ozark starting to settle in. ULA still at 57%. Ozark up to 60% from the field. Another open look, though, and Ozark got lucky. Conway, 40% three-point shooter off on that one. Stinson to Clark. Clark from downtown. Yes. The threes are falling for Ozark. They're 3 of 4. 12-13 left to go here in this opening half. Heat check there by Bigelow. 1-point ball game. Ozark looking to take its first lead of the evening. Allerid spinning, cut off on the baseline. Oh, nice cut. Stinson got it in the foul. And Ozark has come from 11 behind to take the first lead for the Ambassadors of the night. 16-4 extended run for Ozark. 5 team fouls on ULA, 3 on Ozark. Just inside 12 to go. 3-point play is good. Wilbutt into the forecourt. Zone for Ozark. Myrick's up top, it's Mitchell. Extra pass, corner 3 is up and rims in. That was Bigelow again. Nobody can stop him right now. 6 of 9, he's got 15 points, giving his team a 1-point lead. Allerid catch and shoots, can't get it to go. Here's Wilbutt, flies into the forecourt to Mitchell, lays it up and in. Fast break opportunity there for the Bears. 11-10 to go. ULA back up by 3. Clark attacking. Clark short, but he's fouled. 6 fouls already on ULA. 64% shooting for Ozark, 9 of 14 there, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. ULA, 10 of 18, 56%. I mentioned Bigelow's got 15, 6 for Allerid and 6 for Dressler for Ozark. Brett Campbell will return. Travis O'Bannon comes in, so Dressler and Allerid, the 2 top scorers, check out for Ozark. 1-point ball game again. Sub for Michael Miller, bringing in Johan Melcott, the French senior. He'll throw it up off the glass. No, follows his miss. Blocked but fouled by Brown. That'll be the 4th on Ozark. Melcott, 67% at the line during the regular season. ULA winning 84-76 against champion. Bigelow 30-15. Ozark won 73-56 against Arlington, holding them to 28%. Parker Sutton had 17 in that game for Ozark. Another reach and another foul. That's going to be 7 now on ULA. Myrick's picking up another one, and Conway's going to have to come back in. Oh, wait a minute. They pull him back to the bench. They're going to bring in Josh Thompson instead. So a 1-1 for Dion Clark, 72% free throw shooter, the senior. Ozark good on the first one. Dion Clark, just under 11 points per ball game off the bench for Chris Lamb's team. Good on them both. Ozark perfect at the free throw line. ULA 4 of 6, and Ozark is 6 of 6. Bears have a 1-point advantage. Underneath, that's Melcott with the easy 2, and looks like an awkward landing for Brown. So that's going to get Sutton back up off the bench, and hopefully Brown will be okay. Caleb Brown, the freshman, limping off. Nearing the midway point of the opening half, this 2020 ACCA Men's National Championship. Dion Clark out to O'Bannon. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. Campbell lost it. Good defense there by the Bears. Wilbutt throws it ahead for Bigelow. Bigelow back to Wilbutt from 30. Got it to go. Jerron Wilbutt, 44% three-point shooter. His money from Steph Curry range there. Clark on the wing. Clark over two defenders, and he traveled. Six-point lead. I love doing the ULA games because I could talk to people. How about that game last night? Oh, the Lakers looked good, didn't they? Melcott swings it out. Mitchell from deep. Missed it short. Nice tiptoe on the rebound there by Campbell. I loved it. LeBron looked like he was 10 years younger. That was a throwback game. Campbell on the wing. Got to beat the Clippers tomorrow, though. Clark, shot clock is down to 7. Campbell from the half circle, can't rim it in, tip for the rebound, and that's Devon Brown into the game for the first time. Some foul trouble forcing Michael Miller to go a bit deeper in his bench. 8:59 to go. It'll be Bears to inbound after that deflection. Wilbutt bounced past to Brown. Brown missed it short, followed it, and fouled. Good hustle play. Devon Brown averages just over 5 per game. ULA's cooled off a little bit, down to 52%. Ozark still 9 of 15, but they have 6 turnovers in the game, so a bit sloppy for the Ambassadors. Free throw in and out, and that's helped ULA out to the 6-point advantage. One out of 2. 34-27 now. Clark into the forecourt. 8:44 remaining until halftime. Stinson back out there. O'Bannon and Sutton with Clark and Campbell. Offensive foul called on Sutton. For ULA, Bigelow took the charge. Dressler's going to come back in for Sutton after Sutton picked up his second. It's Ozark 6, so both teams will be in the 1-1 over the final 8:33. Mitchell into the forecourt. Brown swings it out. Bigelow has had the hot hand, an air ball, put back attempt by Thompson, no good. And Clark brings it across midcourt. Campbell, Dressler. Dressler will attack and score. Ozark, first bucket in a while. Cuts the deficit down to 5. Defense starting to settle in. Now a trip. That's going to send Wilbutt to the line. Jerron 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe here today. This will be a 1-1. Both teams with 17 fouls now. Front end, no good. Rebound controlled by Campbell. Clark into the forecourt. 8 points for Dressler. And now O'Bannon connects on his first 3. Travis O'Bannon just 30% from 3 during the regular season. That was one of the things that Chris Lamb talked about with me this morning. His bigs wanting to play more on the outside. That's going to go out of bounds. (34-32). Ozark has led briefly. O'Bannon tries another one. He got hit, no whistle. And the rebound by Wilbutt. Wilbutt into the lane, forced it up and got bailed out with a whistle there. Ozark's lead came at the 12:04 mark, 23-21. ULA started hot. If you're just joining us, it was 17-6 at one point for the Bears.
Into the game for the Bears, number 2, Joshua Thompson. Number 10, Kelton Conway.
Conway returns. Thompson back out there for Michael Miller and company. So 4-point lead again for the 4 seed. ULA, the Bears at 29-1 on the season. Clark is bumped. So Clark goes to the line for a 1-1.
Number 12, Devon Brown. His first, team 8. At the line of the Ambassadors, number 30, Dion Clark.
So Dion Clark back at the line, 72% on the season. And Dion Clark is a perfect 4 out of 4 today. In fact, Ozark, they have yet to miss. 6 out of 6. ULA 7 of 7 from the charity stripe. Front end is good. Clark 1 out of 2, so the lead remains 3 for ULA. 6:50 left to go, both teams with 8 team fouls. Wilbutt skies it for Mitchell, had to save it, tipped it to Thompson, and then it's batted out by Allered, who's back out there. So Tyler Allered and Clark in the backcourt with Campbell, and Dressler and Stinson up front for Ozark. Conway drawing contact. So Conway out there with Mitchell, Wilbutt, Bigelow, and Brown. That's the 5 for ULA. 9th foul on Ozark, so double bonus the rest of the way for ULA. Front end of this 1-1, however, is good. Kelton Conway, 63% at the line during the season. He's money on those two. Allered. Here's Clark. Stinson, what a pass to Dressler. Dressler blocked but fouled from behind. We had a long stretch where there weren't a lot of whistles in games, but this one has been closely called, and I'd like to get another look at that one. That was real close. 9 team fouls. Yeah, he might have got his right hand. I just took a look at the replay. By the way, you can pause and rewind and do all those things with YouTube when you're watching the game. So if you ever want to take a look at the replay like I just did, you can always resume, or you can click the live button and it'll take you back to live action. 6:22 remaining, 3-point game. That ball batted, and it's going to be a turnover. Stinson fires up the crowd, forcing ULA into a turnover. They've been pretty good about taking care of the basketball, it feels like. Yeah, that's just their second turnover. 6 turnovers for Ozark. Pretty clean game overall. Ambassadors were a little sloppy in the early going, but they've settled down. Allered, the runner. Clark, an air ball. Brown, the rebound. Throws it ahead for Myrick. Myrick stripped but fouled by Allered. And see, that's another one down. This time it's on this end of the court.
If that's your foul number 10, Tyler Allered, his second.
So both teams are in the double bonus the rest of the way, as Myrick's will go to the line. Take another look at this now on the replay, and yeah, I don't know. Came across his body. It's a championship game, and a couple of tough calls, one for each team. So that's the plus of it. Allered will go to the bench, picking up his second foul as Sarin comes back in. Bigelow, another big game. 15 points already on 6 of 10 shooting. Dressler's got 10 for Ozark. Those are the two players in double figures. 39-35. Sarin guarded deep by Myrick, directing traffic. Calls for Dressler. Dressler rolls out, takes it to the half circle, misses back rim. Offensive rebound, Sarin. Back to Dressler. Stinson. Sarin, the step back three. In transition, Wilbutt goes behind the back, splits two defenders, rises at the free throw line and hits. He is a special kind of scorer. 6-point lead for ULA. Ozark's led briefly by 2. ULA's led by as many as 11. Sarin bounced past to Dressler. He's been hot. Can't get that one to go, though, and Wilbutt collects another rebound. Geron, 8.6 rebounds per game. Myrick's cross court. Conway's back out there. He'll shoot, miss the three. ULA 5 of 9 from downtown, and Ozark 4 of 9. Ozark 50% shooting, and ULA 48%. Clark Hidalgo comes in, has it rejected. Outlet goes to Wilbutt, glides in for the easy 2, so ULA pushes it out to 8. It's been a, let's call it, comfortable lead for most of the evening for ULA. Entry pass deflected by Thompson. Bodies on the ground for it, and ULA comes up with another turnover. Everybody's going to get up and gather. Myrick's into the forecourt. Myrick's runner, yes. 10-point lead, second time that ULA is led by double figures. Ozark got to be careful here as the Bears are on a run. Showing the ball, Stinson. He'll fire and hit a big three. Ozark needed that. Timeout by the Ambassadors. 3:49 to go, opening half of this championship game, and the Bears leading by 3 possessions. .349 left to go here in the first half of the championship game. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you here in Joplin. One of these teams will win for the first time in program history a national championship here this evening. ULA, third year here in this tournament. Wilbutt fakes the three. Step back over the defender, Stinson. That was not bad defense. That's just how good Wilbutt is. 9-point lead. Clark into the forecourt. Stinson underneath Dressler, lost it. Bigelow with the steal. Outlet goes to Conway. And ULA has matched its biggest lead at 11 now, 49-38. So Ozark, this is an important 3:09 now for the Ambassadors as ULA is starting to push the lead back out again. Ozark was able to answer with a run of their own the last time the lead was this big. Deion Clark airballs the three. Sarin lost it out of bounds. ULA 5 for their last 6. They are 4 for 4 in their last, or 1 for 4 from 3, and Ozark shooting 1 for their last 8. Stinson off the turnover. Sarin. Campbell. Sarin was open in the corner. Dressler trying to drive, pull up. Can't get it to go. Bigelow stuck with them, and Dressler forced that one. Bigelow's got 15, Wilbutt 14. 10 for Miles Dressler. Now it's a steal by Stinson with the two-hand jam. 49-40. 2:09 to go here in this opening half. 2020 ACCA Men's National Championship game. Stinson again. The foul is called. Who's that going to be on? The officials are getting together. And it's going to be called on ULA. Myrick's upset. David Stinson. One of many players on the court from the great basketball town of Chicago has provided a spark for his team. Both teams in the double bonus here, so Stinson at the line for 2. 62% free throw shooter on the season. There's no doubt who's got the athletic advantage here between these two teams. Ozark trying to play stingy, though. They've got 8 turnovers, just 5 for ULA. Pretty clean first half for the Bears. And they have an 8-point lead. Ozark's cooled off, just 48% shooting now, which still isn't bad, by the way, but ULA at 55%. Mitchell, that ball batted by Campbell. Minute 46 left to go. Plenty of time on the shot clock. It's at 15. Mitchell against the zone. Bigelow started strong. Splits the defense. Dressler got the poke. Here's Miles into the forecourt. ULA sprinting back. Miles Dressler scores anyway. So a 5-point burst for Ozark. And the lead that was 11 is back to 6. Every time ULA pushes it out, Ozark has an answer. Wilbutt fading away, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, and they're going to get a tie-up. Possession arrow will go to the Ambassadors. Minute 10 left to play here in the opening half. Well, it would have been nice if more people were here. This team plays for its first ever national championship on its home court, but the people who are here are very animated. Good defense there by the Bears, coming up with the steal. Bigelow poked from behind. It's Stinson again making a play. Clark attacks. Clark to the bucket. Can't get it to go, and that's out of bounds. Last touch by ULA. Stinson comes out. Great energy from David Stinson as he goes to the bench. Sarin will inbound it. Dressler. Clark on the wing. And Clark is fouled, bumped by Melcott. Melcott picking up his first. Both teams have been in the double bonus. Dion Clark has made his living at the free throw line today. He's 5 for 6. Make it 6 out of 7. Got the second. 7-0 Ozark run. 4-point game. Catch and shoot in the corner. That was Conway answering right back. ULA by 7. Last shot time for Ozark. Look out. Sarin almost had it stripped. Still 10 seconds. Clark, open look. He'll shoot it. Can't get it to go. Dressler, the rebound, had it poked away. Turnaround shot, Miles off the side of the backboard. And the first half comes to a close. ULA leads for most of the night so far. A 3-possession game into the locker rooms. It's the Bears 52 and Ozark 45. You're watching the 2020 ACCA National Championship game. We'll be back in 10 minutes with all the first half stats and second half action. 20 minutes to go in the national championship game. Chris Sheeman back here in Joplin with you. 52-45, 7-point lead for ULA. The Bears shooting 55%. Ozark at 45%, rebounding plus 2 to ULA, 19-17. ULA 13 assists on 18 makes. That's championship basketball right there, as Conway gets a 3. You have that many assists on that many makes. That's a strong percentage. Ozark 9 turnovers, 7 for ULA, leading scorers in the ball game. For ULA, it's Bigelow, 6 of 10 with 15, Conway and Wilbutt with 14 apiece. And for Ozark, Miles Dressler, 4 of 8, he's got 12. Deion Clark with 10 points, 7 of those coming from the charity stripe. Allerid forced it with the shot clock winding down. The put back on the tip, no good. Allerid, second offensive rebound. Takes it to the corner, underneath. It's Sutton who scores. So the lead is 8. ULA led by as many as 11. They did that twice. The most recent at the end of the first half, they led 49-38. Ozark closed the gap a little bit. Defender fell down. Allerid can't get it to go, and Sutton got hit on the arm. So Sutton will go to the line. Ozark, a longtime member of the ACCA, but this is their first trip to the championship game. Meanwhile, ULA in their third year, finishing third a couple of times, and now an opportunity to win it all. So both free throws good for Parker Sutton, 59% on the season, and Ozark 14 of 16 from the free throw line. ULA 10 of 15. Hanging, coming up short, Conway. Allerid. Sarin, the scoop, draws a foul on Mitchell. Oh, wait a minute, they call offensive foul on the Ambassadors. Might have been a travel. And so no foul, just a turnover for Ozark. Mitchell to Myrick's. Cross court, Conway goes to Mitchell. Bigelow, mid-range, and the air ball. Campbell the board, here comes Allerid. Dressler on the wing, looking to post up Sutton again. Sutton, turnaround hook, yes. Ozark has the size advantage, and they're making it work for him. Sutton now has 8 points. Catch and shoot 3, that's money for Wilbutt. Timeout by ULA. 58-51, 17-17 left to go. ULA by 7 here in the championship. (17-17) to go, and ULA by 7. They are 8 of 14, 57% from 3. Ozark just 5 of 13 at 38% from behind the arc. Ozark starting to pound it inside, though. Alley-oop. And that pass a little bit too high for Campbell, so a bad turnover out of the timeout for the Ambassadors. Here's Myrick's given space. And the tip by Bigelow comes up short. Sarin collects for Ozark. Tyler Allered, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Had it poked away. Mitchell dives for it. Myricks comes out with it and throws it off a little bit too low for Bigelow there. And you can hear Michael Miller through my noise-canceling headphones say, slow down. .33 left to go in the ball game. This 2020 ACCA championship game. Arlington has won the last 2. No call there, a lot of contact. Dressler, an air ball. And maybe that's a ball don't lie situation. Wilbutt. Ball deflected, nice defense by Campbell. Allered goes behind the back as he brings it into the forecourt. Sarin for 3, yes! The rainbow shot. 58-54, 4-point championship game. Wilbutt off that one. I thought he was going to answer. That's what ULA has done. They've had the answer for most of the night. Not that time, though. Turned around Sutton again, using his size, and it's a 2-point ball game. Ozark's got to keep doing that. It is working to perfection 100% of the time here in this second half. Mitchell. Myricks directs traffic. Here comes Conway, setting a screen. Mitchell driving on Sutton, too strong. Rebound by Campbell. Here comes Ozark. They can tie or take the lead. Deep 3, Sarin got it again. Wow. Nick Sarin. He is 3 for 4 from downtown. Ozark. First lead of the half. Bigelow. Yes. Dagger. Silky smooth Troy Bigelow, 7 of 14. He's got 17, as does Wilbutt. Foul called away from the ball on the screen. Two on ULA. None yet on Ozark. Fouls, that is, with 14:34 to go. Good second half for Sutton. Allered drives, pull up with the hand in his face. Got it to go. We're starting to ping pong this game now. 61-60, Ozark. Get up on Wilbutt. He can pull up from right there. Swings it out. Conway open look. Offensive rebound. Bigelow thought about it. Wilbutt fakes the pass. Myricks. Myricks takes it to the right. Can't get it to go. Another board for Sarin. Sarin, 4th rebound. Air ball that time for Allered. Myricks into the forecourt. 13:44 remaining. Wilbutt fakes the 3. Now the step back. Yes, man. That is D1 talent right there, Jerron Wilbutt, who I believe for a time was at a D1 school. Diving for it, Myricks. How about that defensive play? And now Campbell hit him in the face with the ball. ULA comes out with it. Wilbutt trying to take things over. The dippy-do. And ULA goes up by 4, 65-61. 13:07 left to go. So after Ozark took a 1-point lead, back-to-back buckets for ULA, all from Wilbutt. Campbell looking inside for Sutton, and a foul called on Bigelow. That's 4 on Bigelow. That's a big call. Bigelow's going to have to sit for a while now with 12:50 remaining. Myrick's also coming out. David Stinson is in for Ozark, provided a big spark off the bench, and OCC will call timeout. We'll step aside briefly, 12:50 to go in the championship game, two-possession game. Those are your past champions. As you can see, Arlington has dominated recently, but this year, for the first time since Arlington won back in 2014, we'll have a new champion, first time ever champion. Turnover out of the timeout. Conway, yes, and the foul. So the momentum starting to change back to ULA. Dressler picking up his first. That's the team's first. Kelton Conway, 63% free throw shooter, will try to complete an old school three-point play. Couldn't get it, ball tipped out. Melcott, extra possession now for ULA. Ball swung over, space, and short on that three was Wilbutt. Bigelow's on the bench with 4 fouls, so Brown into the game. Driving Dressler out of control. Bad shot there. Wilbutt comes up with it. Geron, bounce pass, and a little bit off the mark. 10 turnovers for ULA. Ozark with 14 in the game. Clark into the forecourt. Out there with Stinson, Dressler, Sarin, and Sutton. Sarin hit his last 2 3-pointers, but missing that one. Allered's going to check back into the game, and Sarin will go to the bench. Conway attacking the alley-oop underneath, laying it up and in was Brown. So ULA pushes it back out to 8. It was 61-60 for Ozark. Since then, 9-0 run. Now the turnaround by Sutton. Got to keep going to that if you're Ozark. It's working every time. Sutton up to 12 points on 5 of 6 shooting. Conway on the near side. Melcott to the baseline. Doubled up, threw it in the backcourt. Steal by Stinson. Stinson gets the layup to go. 69-65. It's a 4-point game again. Nearing 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Wilbutt, top of the key. Spinning. Off the mark. Dressler the board. Allered looks to attack. Clark draws the foul. Too strong on the shot attempt. Deion Clark will shoot free throw attempts number 9 and 10 for him. 4 team fouls on ULA. Just 1 on Ozark. Deion, the senior, along with Stinson, playing in their final collegiate games. O'Bannon out there for Dressler. Myrick's returns, replacing Mitchell. Deion Clark now 8 out of 9 from the free throw line. 8 of his 11 as he gets the friendly roll. 2-point ball game. Inside 11 to play. Cutting is Melcott. Puts it up short. Brown saves it. Nice tip pass. That was Conway. Myrick's cut up in the air, got it out to Brown. Brown, the runner, off the back iron. Ball batted to O'Bannon. So Ozark can tie or take the lead. Deion Clark. O'Bannon. Back out to Clark. Thought about it. Throws it up. Too strong off the glass. Probably should have taken the three, Deion. Melcott the rebound. And we got a foul and a reach called on Clark.
Ambassador foul number 30, Deion Clark, his second. Team second.
Wilbutt, top of the key, three off the back iron. The box out by Sutton and a reach. Just past the midway point of this championship game. We've had some really good championship games over the last 3 years, including this one. This one appears headed wire to wire down the stretch. Alleridge stripped. Good defense by Myrex. Myrex now turning it over. He was poked from behind. Alleridge gets it to Sutton. Sutton, yes. A huge second half for Sutton, who's up to 12 points now. Correction, 14 points. And that was Wilbutt. Seems like he can get it whenever he wants, doesn't it? I'm just going to take the momentum right away from you. Sutton again, yes again. Wilbutt up to 25, by the way, on 9 of 15 shooting. 4 of 8 from the field. From behind the arc, I should say. Conway given space. Rainbows it in. You cannot give them any kind of room. ULA today is 52% from downtown. Here's Allerid. 8:50 left to go. And a foul called on ULA. That's going to be another one on Myrex. 16 fouls on ULA, just 2 for Ozark. That's 4 on Myrex. So Myrex and Bigelow both have 4. Be interesting to see when they go back to Bigelow. O'Bannon. Cutting is Sutton. Out to Clark, doesn't hesitate this time and buries the three. That's the way you do it. 75-74. Myrex. Calling for it, shooting it. Conway answers with another three. They keep giving them wide open looks. Conway on the season, 40% from behind the arc. O'Bannon. Pull up on the baseline, in and out. Guess who got the rebound? It's deflected out to Stinson. O'Bannon for three. Boy, that died on the rim. Sutton begging for a foul, but ULA holds. I thought Michael Miller, yeah, I can hear him calling for a timeout. He's going to stop the clock. 7:49 remaining. It's a 2-possession game here in the championship. We'll be back. Welcome back to this 2020 ACCA championship game. Another 3-8 quickly out of the timeout, no good, but the little guy, Brown, collects the rebound, and it's a 6-point lead for ULA. ULA 48% shooting, Ozark at 49% for the game. 16 points for Sutton, who has had a monster first half. He's on the bench right now. Ooh, O'Bannon got away with one there. He extended that elbow. Missed the shot, though. Now it's Brown. Brown drawing the foul, yes! So Brown will go to the line for a chance for an old school three-point play. Every time Ozark has taken a brief lead, ULA has made a run. Dressler coming back into the game. Campbell also back out there as Clark and O'Bannon go to the bench. And Troy Bigelow will come back in at the 7:17 mark. Remember, he has 4 fouls. Myrick's also with 4. He's out there. Brown misses the three-point opportunity. But it's an 8-point lead for the Bears. Stinson takes it to the right side. Oh, bad pass. And a big turnover there for Ozark. Ozark 16 turnovers, 12 for ULA. ULA has won 11 straight into this championship game. Ball deflected out off Ozark. 6:52 left to go. Sutton comes right back in. Caleb Brown gave him a breather. Wilbut also got a short rest, and now Melcott will sit down for him. Conway's had the hot hand of late. Wilbut, turnaround shot, no. Dressler the rebound. 16 fouls for ULA, 3 for Ozark as we come down the stretch. Campbell underneath Dressler, out to Stinson. Stinson hangs, can't get it to go, and Sutton had it rejected. Bigelow in transition. The runner, no. Bigelow stripped by Allered, and it's knocked out of, oh no. Are they going to call a foul on Bigelow? It was knocked out of bounds, and if that's a foul on Bigelow, then it's his 5th. That is a big loss for Michael Miller's team. And I'm not sure I'd blow the whistle on that. Just 2 guys going after the basketball, but everything's been textbook here, so you hate to see that in a championship game. You want the players out there. You want the big guys out there to decide it. That's a tough call. 17 fouls as well, so Allered goes to the line for a 1-and-1. Seven-point game. Allered, 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Up to double figures now. 6-point game without Wilbut. Remember, ULA has all kinds of scoring ability, especially Conway and, of course, Wilbut. I said without Wilbut, I meant without Bigelow. Myrick's had the hot hand yesterday. He's got the basketball here. He also has 4 fouls. Circus shot no good. Fight for the rebound. And a jump ball, I believe, will be called. Possession arrow favors Ozark. So Ambassadors basketball, 5:54 to go. Here's Allered. Using the baseline, the runner. Can't get it to go. Dressler put back blocked. And another foul called. So Miles Dressler will go to the line. Ozark has hit 18 of 20 from the free throw line. ULA 10 of 17. Dressler is 3 for 3 tonight. Make it 4 for 4. Miles now 13 points. Good again. 4-point game, 82-78. Here comes Wilbut. Pulls up from the free throw line, buries another jumper. And a timeout by ULA. 5:34 left to go. 6-point ball game as Wilbut starts to take over. He's got 27. We'll be back. .534 to go. I mentioned before the timeout that Jerron Wilbut up to 27 on 10 of 16. Conway's got 22 as well. Allered 10 points for Ozark. He's got the basketball here. Another runner short. And we're going to get a foul called on Miles Dressler. That's the fourth on Ozark. 8 on ULA. 5:19 to go in the championship game. The Bears have been in control for most of the night, but Ozark hanging around. Biggest lead for the Bears was 11 a couple different times. Catch and shoot three, yes! Big bucket by Myricks. The palindrome now, it's a 9-point game. Campbell. Corner Allered, Stinson. Stinson for three, and that shot was contested. Ozark had success when they were going inside the Sutton, and they keep getting away from that. Throw away that time, and Ozark gets a break. They needed that turnover. Got to get something on the offensive end now. Sarin back in, Deion Clark returning. So the two seniors, Stinson and Clark on the court. Wilbut, by the way, a senior along with Melcott for ULA. Allered, Sarin. Here's Clark, back to Allered. Underneath, shot is short by Clark. Rebound controlled by Conway. Here comes Wilbut. Wilbut, pull up. Yes, again. He is feeling it right now, and ULA is in control, matching their biggest lead of 11. Stinson will attack. Swing it out. Sarin for three. Needed that one and got it. Ozark's got to get stops. They got to run a double team on Wilbut. Try to get a defender to close on Conway. Instead, they give up a wide open shot, and they got real lucky. Now they throw it away. So after getting a little break, Ozark gives it right back to ULA. It's been a pleasure watching Wilbut these last few years. He's got the tools to play professionally overseas. Stinson bats it away. Shot clock is at 5. Here's Brown in the lane. Yes. 10-point game, ULA. 3:03 left to go. Sarin can't get it that time. And ULA, if they get another bucket here, the door is going to start to close on Ozark. Duran, lazy pass. Sarin with the steal. Here's Stinson attacking. Stinson, yes. Good job by the officials not biting on the fake there. The flop, I should say. Myrick's. I'd get up on him. He can shoot it from there. Here's Conway. 2:19 left to go. ULA running some clock. High-scoring championship game. Here's Brown. Extra pass. Melcott stripped and fouled. Sutton with his third. It's the 5th on Ozark. They might want to start thinking about fouling some more. Get into the bonus if they need to try to extend this game. Melcott, the other senior, 67% free throw shooter at the line for 2. Missed the first. Wilbutt has 29. ULA shooting 50%. Ozark, 45%. KV Myrick's comes in, and Conway will go to the bench. 2:12 to go. Myrick's is short. So he missed them both, and the window is cracked again for Ozark. Allerid directs traffic. Sarin, don't need the 3 yet. Inside 2 minutes now here in the championship game. Sarin kicks it out. Stinson for 3. No. They seem bound and determined to shoot a 3 on that possession. Mitchell rises. Short. Tip for the rebound. Stinson's got it. Ozark's got to go. 3-possession game. Minute 35 to go. Allerid attacks. Allerid can't get it to go. And the rebound is controlled by ULA. Time for the Bears to run some clock. Chris Lamb screaming for his team to foul. They don't hear him, though. Attacking is Brown, and he goes to the hoop, and it's ULA's game to lose. Timeout by the Bears. 1:17 left to go, and we will step aside as well. ULA on their way to a championship here in Joplin. Ozark with the basketball, and they need some help. Down by 10. Nearing 1 minute to go. Chris Sheeman here with you in the championship game. The senior Clark drives in. They got it to Sutton. Sutton, couple of fakes, goes glass and scores. Timeout by Ozark, so they will look to extend the game, likely with fouls. They only have 5 fouls, so they're going to have to get to work when we come back. 1:03 left to go in the championship game. Remember, Ozark has 5 team fouls. Not fouling yet. I think they're trying to foul. Boy, I'm surprised they're not fouling here. Letting them play it out. Wilbutt skies it to Mitchell in the corner. Shot clock at 7. And now they foul. Boy, I'm really baffled with that. Why did they wait until 6 on the shot clock to foul? And keep in mind, that's just their 6th, so they have to do it again. Boy, they let a lot of time run off the clock there. Yeah, that's still 16 fouls. They're going to the line, but not yet. Don't forget, folks, stick around. Full post-game coverage is coming at you. All the pageantry and the net cutting. So now free throws for ULA, and it's simple for the Bears. If they hit their free throws, they win the championship. At the line, Melcott, one of the seniors, 67% free throw shooter. Front end is good. 9-point game. I'd like to say a few words about Chris Lamb and Ozark. I've been coming here for 7 years, and the reason why I come here is because of that man. He is a championship coach already. He won several at his old school, Nebraska Christian. And he's a championship human being, by the way. He's just one of the best in the business, and I'm so lucky to have a person like that as a client and just to have in your life. Surprised there, the Bears foul, so Deion Clark will go to the line. But if Chris Lamb comes up short today, he's no less a champion in my book. He is a fantastic person, and I think Mike Miller would more than agree. 34 seconds left to go. Clark good on the first. This senior Deion Clark, 10 of 11 from the free throw line. He's got 16 in his final collegiate game. Got that one to go. 8-point game. Trap is on. Ozark's got a foul here. They're letting too much time run off. Now Wilbutt will go to the line. I recognize Ozark probably didn't want to foul Wilbutt since he's one of the best free throw shooters on the team. But sometimes you just got to do it. Mark Barakoff agrees with me. Chris Lamb, by the way. Free throw no good. So here comes Ozark in transition. Deion Clark to the bucket. Yes, it's a 2-possession game. It's not over yet. Foul again. That's 8 on Ozark. Correction, that's 9. 4th foul on Deion Clark. Wilbutt back at the line. 6-point game. Just 1 here would make it a 3-possession game. And that should do it. 3-possession game, 16.9. For ULA, if they hang on here, not only will they win their first championship in program history, they will go to 30-1 this year. Timeout Bears. We will step aside as they start to celebrate. We'll be back. So it's Ozark basketball. Clark will let it roll. Picks it up at midcourt. Sarin has to hoist. Off the mark. ULA collects the rebound. And Jerron Wilbutt goes to the bucket. Can't get it to go. But Wilbutt and ULA will win the championship here tonight by a score of 97-89. It's the Bears finishing a remarkable season, 30-1, as they take this 2020 ACCA championship. Ozark will end their season at 15-17. And we say goodbye to David Stinson and Dion Clark, two fabulous players for the Ambassadors. But it's ULA's day as their seniors, Melcott and Wilbutt, go out winners. The final score, 97-89. Full post-game coverage coming at you here in just a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we turn your attention to the front of the scores table for the presentation of the second place trophy to the Ozark Christian College Ambassadors. And this year's ACCA National Champions, the University of Los Angeles College of Divinity Bears. Individual medals, the ACC National Champions, the University of Los Angeles College of Divinity Bears, will be handed out by Coach Dr. Michael Miller. Number 1, KV Myris. Number 2, Joshua Thompson. Number 3, Johan McClott. Number 4, Dupree Mitchell. Number 10, Kelvin Conway. Number 12, Devon Brown. Number 21, Troy Bigelow. Number 23, Jerron Wilbut. Number 24, Dutch Samples. And number 32, Samuel Rodriguez.
So congratulations to ULA. They make the long trip to Joplin, Missouri. It's no surprise that Jerron Wilbut has won MVP. Fantastic performance by Jerron here tonight in this championship victory for ULA, 97-89. Michael Miller's team wraps up the season 30-1 and on top of the small college world. Folks, that's going to do it for us here in Joplin. My name's Chris Sheeman. We'll be back again next year. Looking forward to it once again as the Bears will come back and try to repeat as national champs. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Once again, your final. It's ULA 97, Ozark 89. Congratulations to the Ambassadors. Best finish in program history in the tournament. But it's ULA who celebrates here tonight, winning by 8. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the madness. We'll talk to you again next year.